They need to be reinforcing each other.
Right. Very good. Very good. So, Daniel and I are social science. This is a social media, news, and information kind of topic here. We're analysts, so we're bemoaning the state of the information sphere. There's a lot of fake news. Is it biased this way or that? Oh, it's terrible that the White House is excluding some news organizations but privileging others. You guys are analysts, but also have to act in the media sphere, right? And I imagine, I don't know anything about the media spheres in Venezuela and Thailand, but I imagine they're far more politically unfavorable than here. So what do you guys do to get the word out, to communicate, to operate in a very, very distorted information environment?
The professor is testing me whether I remember political communications when I was a student. So how we did this, we did it very systematically. The political communication framework that we use, I call it 4 ons, and that's something that I teach with the students here too. You have to be on air, obviously. You have to be on net, social media, obviously. You have to be on ground, and you have to be on site. On site, if you're a pro-laborer, you have to be at factory, you have to be at hospitals, you have to be at public schools. The thing is it's not a rocket sciences, but it's art, how you synergize, how you sequence it. You have to use social media to promote your cause, promote your appearance, promote your endorsement. Once you appear, you have to have post-appearance communication. You have to send it to the press. You have to appear on the debate stage regularly, for example. So it's not just about managing a campaign and have a social media director and it's done. And it's not just about grassroots and do a route management and knock on doors all the time. But it has to be artfully compilation of on ground, on air, on site, and on net together in the right sequencing. And that's what I've been teaching in Pattaya and politics last semester. And each of the students who come to their office hours have their own crafted communication plan. The last thing I want to add on this one is that, so obviously you have your Howard Kennedy style political campaigns, but autocrats, when they attack you with deepfake, with misinformation operation, probably not out of the country somewhere with people typing down all the time and things like that. How do you go against that when there's a misinformation against you, when there's a character assassination against you, when someone who's trying to use deepfake to promote fake news about something? I felt like the technique that worked was about volunteer management. Like I had groups of people who were members of our party, who followed our party regularly, and they became, a fact check kind of guy, a team that kept spreading the correct information, or to mark and say, look, this is not true. But it's not an authority, because if you have a fact check authority, that's pretty scary. You will probably have someone from the autocratic regime to monopolize narrative all the time. But if it's a big group of people, I think the freedom of speech is upheld, and then it kind of cancels each other out, and the truth will prevail. So I survived a couple of misinformation that was attacked against me when I was the prime ministerial candidate, and retained my popularity during the campaign. So I felt like volunteer management, get the right information, be very clear, and have not a organized paid team to do it for you, but also someone who's truly believe in you, or followers that can counter all these fake news.
Of course, same as before, right? It depends also on in which state you are. If you still have media, if you still have independent media, you have to protect it. And it's super important that. So civil society needs to be, and political parties, very aware of that. And I think media itself has to organize, and ally with themselves and support each other. So there's also always a fishy and complicated discussion among journalists, right? Because then when you become a political